Okay, so not sure what happened just then. Glitches. Oh well. Obviously, I kept talking and we stopped taping. So this is the continuation of 9-1. And here I have set up my x squared minus 6 and my 3x squared plus 11. And when I combined my negative 6 with my positive 11, I got a positive 5. And then I combined my 3x squared with my 1x squared. Don't forget there's a 1 there. So our answer comes to 4x squared plus 5. Okay, so hopefully you have a good idea on that. Let's go ahead and look at subtraction. It's our last thing that we need to look at in this section. So we're going to look at v cubed plus 6v squared minus v. And we are going to subtract 9v cubed minus 7v squared plus 3v. Now, what changes here is the fact that we've got to apply this negative sign to everything in here that follows. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. First, I'm going to see, okay, all of my monomials line up. So I'm going to go ahead and list this out vertically. V cubed plus 6v squared minus v. Oops, that's a v. Okay, now I'm going to, as I put these down here, I'm going to apply that negative sign. So this is going to be minus 9v cubed plus 7v squared minus 3v. Okay, by doing that, I'm all set to do this properly. So starting right to left, because that's how I always do my addition, a negative 1v plus a negative 3v is a negative 4v. Okay, positive 6v squared plus positive 7v squared. This is a positive 13v squared. And here I have a negative 9v cubed plus, and I'm combining with this positive 1v cubed, so that means I have negative 8v cubed. So as you can see, it's really, doing it vertically, it just kind of makes a lot of sense for me. Let's go ahead and do a couple others because I do think that this is a more difficult section. So let's do 30d cubed minus 29d, oh, look at me. Yeah, you can't even see it. Okay, 29d squared minus 3d. And we are going to subtract 2d cubed plus d squared. Now in this case, I have a trinomial and a binomial. So I'm going to make sure that there's nothing underneath this negative 3d because I don't have anything to combine it with. So I'm going to list out 30d cubed minus 29d squared minus 3d, and I'm going to make sure I line my binomial up in the proper place. So applying my negative sign, this becomes a negative 2d cubed, and this becomes a negative d squared. And drawing my line, starting right to left, oh, look at, I'm so off kilter, and I do apologize. I'm combining this with nothing, so it remains negative 3d. Okay, here I've got a negative 29d squared and a negative 1d squared, so this becomes negative 30d squared. And here I've got a positive 30d cubed combined with a negative 2d cubed, and this is going to give me a positive 28d cubed. Okay, so I'm hoping that, you know, you're getting the idea of this. Let's do one last, and then we will call it a day. We've got 4x squared plus 5x plus 1, and we are going to subtract 6x squared plus x plus 8. Okay, noticing that I have all the same types of monomials. So I'm going to go ahead and vertically stack them. 4x squared plus 5x plus 1, and then negative 6x squared, negative x, and negative 8. And when I combine all of this, negative 8, positive 1 comes out to a negative 7. Negative 1x combined with the positive 5x will give me the positive 4x. And I've got a positive 4x squared and a negative 6x squared. So this is going to give me negative 2x squared. Okay, and that is my answer for that. So that is how we add and subtract with our polynomials. Okay, thanks, and until next time.